Oh, I don't know if I turned my volume up. Let me see. There we go. Hi, Stampers. Be sure to say hello when you come on in the chat and tell me where you're watching from. That would be awesome. Hi, Donna. Okay. Oops, I had it up there. There we go. All right. Yay, Donna is on and awake. And here's Tula. She's so cute and tiny. She's a little bit sleepy, I think. She has had her playtime and dinner, and now it's time, she's ready for some snuggling. But there she is in her entirety. She's quite tiny, all 2 pounds of her. She's pretty cute, and she's pretty feisty. I keep saying she's a little spitfire, but as you can see, she's got some really sleepy eyes right now. It's been a long day. We've been up since 6 o'clock, about 6 o'clock this morning, I guess. But that was after she did not get up the whole night, not one time. We went to bed just after 11. Hi, Seal. Thanks for joining me. We went to bed just after 11 last night. And yeah, she didn't get up till I got her up this morning, right about 6 o'clock. And she's had several naps today. So she still sleeps a lot. She's 11 weeks old. And she is a purebred long-haired Chihuahua. She's like, Mom, I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. Her dad's gonna come in here and get her in just a minute. She is, oh. And I love, she's so soft, you guys. I call her Fuzzy Wuzzy. And her tail curls up. Of course, you're not gonna see it now, but her little tail curls up over her back. And I think that she'll probably, just by the looks of it, as her hair or fur grows, that she'll have like one of those plumy kind of tails, and probably her ears too. She really has some gremlin ears, doesn't she? She's so cute. Oh, your dogs bark for you to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Yeah, ours, it's a good thing they don't want to go to bed that early, because I don't know how many times they would get up in the night if we did that. So we stay up later just so basically we don't have to get up in the night. But Lacey, our Doxy, who's older, you can always tell about 10:30, she's like, I'm ready to go to bed. Daddy will be coming to get you in just a second. Oh. She like put her head down into my hand. I just put lotion on, so I don't know how good that smells to her. But yeah, she's pretty cute. Let me remind him to come get her. Tula's ready. You can go take a nap with your dad. I'm just gonna go hand him off. I will be right back. Hand her off, I mean. Yep, so she's just been a little sweet girl. So good with using the potty pad and all of that stuff. So, and Todd and her are getting used to each other. really, really, really wants to play chase and hide and seek, he'll get a toy and then he'll tease her with it. But he also was a little bit scared of her, actually. The only other dog since he's been a puppy and we've brought him home that he's been around has been Lacey, our Doxy. So I don't think he actually even knew what she was. He was very confused by it, but they're doing good. They'll sit on my lap together and everything, so I think they're going to be just fine. All right, let me flip this around. And I've got some Christmas cards to show you guys that I have received. So here's my shopping site and my December host code if you are interested in doing some Stampin' Up! Shopping with me. And then I just wanted to show you all these pretty cards that I have received from other stampers. So this one is from Roz Eddy, and she's in Georgia, so that was awesome. This was like a Happy Mail card, and I think she probably got my name from the Let's Make Cards Facebook page. I'm guessing. So very pretty. It's got holly embossed on the background here, and then that gorgeous die cut in gold. And this one is from Sue Etherly. And she lives near me here. She's also on that Let's Make Cards. Yeah, Let's Make Cards. And so I love this. This is Stampin' Up! Papers and the punch. And she did an embossed design here, that diamond kind of embossing folder there. And it's very sparkly, like I think she put Wink of Stella or something on there. Very pretty. And this one is so adorable. This one is from Kathy Boyd. Is that cute or what? That is stinking adorable. That was a lot of work cutting. I guess these must be die cut. But it's got snow on it down here and the cute little bunnies, and that moose is hysterical. So, so cute. And then this one is from Leah, a friend of mine that lives here in just the next little town over, and she used that beautiful poinsettia die set. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you all for those beautiful cards. I love getting handmade cards from my peeps. So fun. All right. Now this set here is going to be the focus of the card that I'm making tonight, and this is the Quite Curvy set. So if you went to my shopping site there and just put in curvy, this would pop up for you. And there's also a die set that goes with it that cuts out these fun borders, and some of it, well, it cuts out the shapes, and then it's got one cutting line along these two. So you have to be really careful the way you place it and how you want your design, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. It also cuts out the birds and that swag there, and this one with these dies. It even cuts out this little one right here with that one. So it's got a good amount of dies there to cut out. Well, it cuts out all the designs. The only thing it doesn't cut out is the words. And I like that they're curvy too. That's really fun. And there's a Christmas set too, a curvy Christmas one. I know that was while supplies last, but I think that it's still available. All right, I am ready to get started. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And share it with your friends. That would be really awesome. Oh, I have one announcement to make. So It's about, if you haven't heard already, it's about our Whisper White cardstock. And the manufacturer or company that was making that for Stampin' Up! Went out of business due to the virus situation, which is really sad. So they have found another supplier for white cardstock for us, and now instead of being called Whisper White, it will be called Basic White, kind of like our black is Basic Black. So it only affected the white, and so as I need white again, I will order it and kind of compare to whatever scraps of the Whisper White I have left, just to see. The white there's so many variations in white, as far as brightness and, you know, the tint. Is it like more towards a blue white or a yellow white? You know what I mean? So really, if you're just using white, and make sure whatever white you're using on your card is all the same white, it shouldn't be a big deal. All right, so I'm also going to use a piece of Night of Navy, which is a gorgeous blue, and I'm going to use this die right here. And when I was designing this card, I put the die on thinking that I wanted to have this sort of eyelet trim hanging down. But what I didn't realize is that the cutting edge on this is above. So after I run it through my machine, the biggest piece of my cardstock just had a curvy line, and the smallest piece had the fun design. So it doesn't work to have it hang down like that. It has to be turned up this way. So I just wanted to let you know that, so you don't make the same mistake that I did. And the other one with the dots on it is the same way. You just have to pay attention to where that cut line's at. So I'm just going to position this on here and hold it down with some Post-it tape and run it through my machine real quick. The heater came on in here, so as usual, Todd came running in and he's standing in front of it. He cracks me up when he does that. He likes to have that warm air blowing on him. Okay, so here we are. Let me get my little thing over here so I can pick up all these little pieces. I think they are all out of there. All right. Now I've already die cut this piece. I'm just looking at my card to see what else I have to die cut. Okay, so I'll have one more thing to die cut here. And which one of my scraps am I using? Oh, I've got the little birds too. I think I'll do those first. So I'm stamping two little birds, and I'm going to stamp them in black. So I'm using the Tuxedo Black. Now let's do that bird again. That's better. My hand, you guys, I don't know about you, but I wash my hands umpteen times a day. And this one in particular, can you see how red it is? It's so chapped and sore. And so every time I wash my hands, I've been putting lotion on, but that's so painful. I think it's due in part to not only as much as I wash my hands, but it's been cold, so just the cold air, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna color this little birdie, well, these little birdies, with balmy blue. So, and I'm just coloring the top part here of each bird. And that guy, he didn't stamp out so good, so I'm not coloring him. All right, and then I'm using the dark balmy blue just to do a little bit of shading. And then I am using the light Night of Navy to do a little bit more shading, which seems like a lot on such a tiny design, but it works. All right, now I'm going to bring back the light balmy blue. Sorry about shaking the camera there. I guess I should do that with not having my arms on the table. So I'm just going to blend that out, and then I'm taking a light smoky slate, and I'm just going to give a little bit of color here on the white part. Just basically as kind of a little bit of shadow and where that blue would fade more into his body. And I'm going to take the blender, the colorless blender, and blend that out then into the white. And when that dries, it should look pretty good and not like a stark line there. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So that I can set aside until I am ready to cut out the other thing. I'm stamping these this leaf swag here, and I'm going to stamp that with the shaded spruce. So are you guys ready for the holidays? I kind of feel like December's getting away from me. I mean, I have all these Christmas cards made, but I haven't sat down and actually, you know, put it together, and some of them still I need to have greetings stamped on the insides of them, and then I need to decide who, you know, what card's going to who and get them addressed and all that happy stuff. I still have packages to wrap. I've got stuff to make like for goodies, but mostly just for around here. We don't need like to be eating a bunch of goodies anyway, but it's kind of not the holidays without having some goodies, I think. Okay, so let's see. I am going to color these leaves in with dark Just Jade. And while it's dark for that color, it's not like incredibly dark. And I debated about doing this ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me color all these in, but I didn't get it done. Today, every other Tuesday, my sister comes up and does her laundry at my house. And today she wanted to go do some shopping, just a little bit besides that. And plus I had a place or two that I needed to stop at real quick. Then we came up here and I made lunch for us and she did her laundry, and so I don't really come back here and spend time in my room while she's here, because that wouldn't be very nice. So that's my excuse of why I didn't get this colored ahead of time. But I'll try not to drag it out too long. I just am trying my best not to go outside the lines, if you know what I mean. At least I've gotten the packages that I needed to ship off taken care of. That's a good thing, because otherwise I don't think any of them would be probably getting to where they need to go at this late date. I'm still waiting on some things that I ordered. That concerns me a little bit. But what are you going to do? I saw someone posted today on Facebook this picture of, it was a FedEx like receiving hub or something for packages, and this was like from several years ago, and they were saying, you know, compare that to the amount of online shopping that people are doing now, just because more people shop that way for one thing, but also way more people are shopping online because of the virus. So I can't even imagine what places like that are receiving all those packages. I mean, it was incredible. All I could think of when I looked at that picture was that it's not surprising that packages get lost, because that was craziness. And it looked like it was outside, like, and they just sort of had these, what kind of looked like, what I would say bins. They weren't containers, but more of like walled off or something sections, where all these boxes are just heaped on top of each other. Okay, there's that color. And then this one is dark shaded spruce. I'm just going to try to do this pretty fast, but I did want to do a little bit of shading in here and just go over the veins of these leaves a bit. There's a lot of leaves, overlapping leaves in here. So anywhere where they're overlapping needs to be a little bit darker. My husband records Price is Right for us, the daytime one. Have you guys watched that at all? It's like, now that they're filming again, but it's quite different because of the situation. And they don't have an audience, obviously. So the contestants, they're just drawn by name, I guess. I don't know. They're waiting in the back. They have like 3 podiums or 4 podiums set up. So when their name is called, I'm sure they've told them to do this, they come running out, screaming a lot or doing something goofy. And the very first episodes, I saw one person come out turning cartwheels, and honestly, some of them were quite obnoxious, and especially with all the screaming that they do for some reason. It's like, I guess they're trying to make up for the lack of noise from an audience. I don't know, but I went on their Facebook page for the show, and just to see what people might have been saying about it, or if anyone was feeling the same way I was with it being sort of annoying. And yes, I found that I was not the only one thinking that. And then also it's kind of funny because Drew Carey, some of the outfits he wears is not like typical for how he was dressing before. So we're kind of thinking that they probably don't have, their team that does their lines up their clothes for him or whatever. It's just very different. Plus, he has to keep reassuring people that these contestants have all been tested, and that, like after they spin the wheel, that everything is sanitized in between. And so, that keeps getting brought up, and it's just definitely not the same. There's not the same feel to the show in any way, except for the fact that people are still winning prizes, which is nice. All right, now I will just blend this out a little bit here and there, and I can cut this out. One time today, when Tula was running around, she went and got, I don't have any packages under the tree, but I have a tree skirt under there, and it's got some beadwork on it. So she's, interested in that because it's shiny. And she got under the tree on that tree skirt and was running circles under the tree. And I wished I would have had my, I don't think I even had my phone sitting there right at the time to record that, but it was the cutest thing. It reminded me of when people put those little choo-choo trains under their tree and they're going around in circles. That's what she reminded me of, running around in circles under that tree. It was so cute. I think she's being naughty in there. I can hear Dad telling her no. Okay, there we go. Now I see a couple of spots that I need to clean up here. So I'm just taking my colorless blender, and that kind of bleaches that out. They're nothing major, no biggie. Probably nobody else would really notice it much except for the person that's making it. This one bugs me the worst right here. Okay, we're gonna call it good. Okay, let me just run this through my machine real quick. looks pretty when it's all cut out. Okay, oh, I didn't do the little birds. Let me do those. All right, which bird is which here? I think, okay, there's that guy. What did I do with my sticky? We're having something really bad tonight for dinner. We are having Taco Bell, or as I call it sometimes, taco smell. What I wish we had here, we used to years ago, was Taco Time. They're much better, I think. Okay, let me cut these. Okay, two little birdies sitting in a tree. Okay, now I'm ready to put this card together. Got all the parts and pieces. Okay, so I'm using a Whisper White card base, and then I've got this Night of Navy layer that's going to go on top here, and I'm going to put that on with liquid glue because I want to make sure I can get it lined up good. And I am going to put the glue pretty close to this top edge here because I don't want that edge to be popping up at the top of the card or sharp to anybody's fingers or anything like that. Just going above the cutout area there. And the glue will give me that little bit of wiggle worm to get it, wiggle worm. Been around a puppy too much. Wiggle time to get it in place. Wiggle it into place. Now let's see if my edges look even. I'm not really seeing it sticking over too much except right there. So what I can do is, maybe I better use a big pair of scissors. I can just trim that off very carefully here. Always makes me nervous doing this. There we go, got it. That was a really skinny little piece. Okay, so there is that. And then this pretty paper, that's the back side. This is an item that you can get for free in the upcoming Celebration catalog. And it's from a 12 by 12 paper pack. So with a $50 order, if you chose this floral paper pack, you could get it for free, and it's got all kinds of pretty florals in it, and then other designs, polka dots and all kinds of stuff on the back side there. But I love this. I had a floral in mind, and I was looking through my paper, and this popped out, and I thought, oh, that's perfect, because I really just wanted to use that navy blue. I think I've done so much Christmas stuff, I wanted to really do something different. Oopsie. There we go. And for some reason, I had blue in my mind, so when I found this piece of paper, I thought, ooh, that's pretty, and it's just perfect. And then I'm just putting it on a layer of Whisper White. So I'll measure it, but I believe the floral piece is, I think it's 2 inches. Oopsie, I think I went a little bit wonky. Still looks wonky. Oops, now I'm tearing my paper. There we go. So 2 inches and 2 1/4 for the white. And it's just cut to the width of the card, so 5 1/2. And I think I better go with the wet glue. I think I have a little better luck with getting that straight. Okay. Pretty. And this, I'm going to stamp Hello from the set here. And I'll stamp it with the Night of Navy. And this is just from the Layering Ovals set. So some of them have the scalloped edge and some of them have the straight edge. Hello. That font is really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to pop up this swag here. There we go. And I'm going to pop up the hello. I'm just trying to see if that's where I want it. If it looks like it's, you can't go by this because this is off center. we're going to go with that. And then I'm going to use some mini Stampin' Dimensionals here on the back sides of the birds. And I'm going to put some liquid glue on their feet because I don't like them just floating in the air. So I always have to, whatever critter it is, I always have to have their feet down. And I will probably have to put that back down a few times here to get it to stay. So I'm just going to hold their little feet down there for a second. And then we have to add bling. Always, always. Well, not always, but most of the time. And that is our card. Really, really like the colors together on this card. And let me bring you out the one that I made when I designed it, because I left a piece out and you'll see the difference right away. I did not put the white strip behind this, and after, of course, it was too late after I had it down on my card to peel it up and put the white strip under. I mean, it's okay, but I wasn't happy with it, and I thought, oh dear, it needs something else. Okay, it needed a white layer behind it. So I cut that white layer to put behind it, and I'm much, much happier with the way it looks now. It just looks finished, whereas this, not so much. But you know, that's just me, and I'm sure whoever this goes to probably might not think that, unless it's another stamper, and then maybe they will. But yeah, so there it is. Hello. So not a Christmas card this time. I think I'm done doing Christmas cards for this year. But I thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you had fun seeing little Tula, and we're sure having fun with her and enjoying her, and looking at the pretty Christmas cards that I have been sent by fellow stampers and crafty folks. And enjoy the rest of your week. I will I'm planning to be on again Friday for Friday Fun Day at 2 o'clock, so I will see you then. And happy stamping. Thanks. Bye bye. See you soon. Bye bye.